Hi, I'm Michael Shane Neal, the chairman of the Portrait Society of America, and I'm excited to join you today along with Christine Egnoski, our executive director. I am thrilled that we can welcome for a conversation today the top 3 People's Choice winners from our Portrait Society of America's self-portrait fundraiser competition. The 3rd place award goes to Vincent Serramonte. Vincent has dedicated his artistic career to the portrait and the artistry involved in capturing the depth of life and emotion in his subjects. Among his commissioned paintings are 2 official congressional portraits, which hang in the US Capitol. And Vincent has studied mortuary science before going on to receive his formal training at the American Academy of Art in Chicago. He's won several awards, earned signature memberships and prestigious Pastel and Portrait Society awards, and his work has been featured in numerous publications. Vincent, I'm delighted that you can join us today, and I thought maybe you could tell us a little bit about your self-portrait, and what do you want to express about yourself to the viewer through the painting?
Well, thank you very much. It's quite an honor, and I'm sure I share with the 2 ladies that it was exciting going through the last month and checking in to see where everybody was. It was like a horse race. But anyway, so it's quite an honor, quite a thrill. My self-portrait, it was done right in the height of the pandemic, and it's not. My mother, my beautiful, wonderful mother, she says, "That's not you. You're not smiling," and so. Now, it was a difficult time for everybody, right? And I had some other things, some very significant life-changing issues too. So I wanted to capture, as an artist, and I'm sure the others will agree, I expressed myself in my art. And so that was me at that time, and I wanted to capture. Is it me in general? No, I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky guy and very personable, but that's how I felt. And so I tried to capture an emotion. I did work from life, work from here, right behind my easel here. And so any other questions, I'd be happy to answer.
It's terrific. It's really terrific. And, I was just reflecting then and thinking about Rembrandt's portraits over his entire life, and you can see all of these different moods and stages of his life that were captured at that moment. And you've captured a real moment in time, a moment in your life, and what you were feeling at the time. So I congratulate you,
Vincent. I think it kind of reflected the seriousness of our times too.
Absolutely, and that's what I wanted. So years from now, when I don't have any children, but I have a niece, I have nephews, when they look at this, they'll see the date on there, 2020. They'll remember what we all went through, continue to. Certainly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. Well, congratulations again, and thank you for entering. Terrific painting.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So now I want to announce the 2nd place winner. The 2nd place winner is Emma Sims. Emma is a 3rd generation artist with an unquenchable thirst for the magic of art. She continues to refine her skill through extensive training with master painter Anne Manry Kenyon, who is her primary teacher and also happens to be her grandmother. She has taught as an assistant instructor at the Vulser Young Artist Studio, a classical art school for children and teens, and she now makes her living painting fine art and portraits. Emma, I'm so delighted that you can be with us today as well, and I was hoping you could tell us a little bit about the composition for your self-portrait. It's really, really interesting, and I love the offset circle and the fading area around the circle. Can you tell us more about it?
Sure. Well, first of all, I just want to say I'm so excited to be part of this competition, and it was a thrill down to the wire. So yeah, this composition kind of came after I tried 4 or 5 different poses and compositions. And for some reason, the traditional portrait, up and down just wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't sitting right with me. So I chose this photograph that was taken despite, all the challenges that we've been going through. It was taken at a really exciting point in my life and career. I had just dropped off a sample painting at Portraits Inc. in the gallery in Birmingham. And so I was excited for, what's to come, and I was feeling optimistic. And I thought that the pose, it just kind of seemed like me, and it wasn't, overly serious. It wasn't too goofy or anything, but the horizontal kind of lended itself to this, that long elbow kind of coming out. Plus I feel like portraits in horizontal landscape format are a little more, interesting. You don't see them as often. And that circle kind of just came out of this, I felt like it was lacking something design wise. And I kind of messed around with it on Procreate on my iPad and ended up with that circle design back there. And I felt like it kind of completed it, closed it in, drew the eye in. So
interesting to think how it evolved. But also, my daughter is doing this so often now. She's 19, about to be 20, using Procreate as a sketch medium and a way to visualize something. And I'm still relatively old-fashioned and pencil to paper and sketching.
Yeah.
But to use and a good friend of mine and the vice chairman of the Portrait Society, Dawn Whitelaw, uses those Procreate a lot as well, and she loves it. So that's exciting to hear that it had a life of its own. It was evolving, but yet still you were experimenting along the way.
Yes.
Emma, now that you tell us a little bit more about the story, I wanted to add my own comment in there about the circle, and maybe that's a full circle representation, because your grandmother was represented by Portraits Inc. And now you'll be represented by Portraits Inc. So that's really wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is really cool. Well, congratulations again. It's so thrilling to see the painting and to hear your thoughts on it. And we really appreciate you entering.
Thank you so much.
And now I'm now going to announce the first place award, which goes to Patricia Instin. How'd I do? Did I get the name? Yes, good. Congratulations, Patricia. Congratulations. Patricia has
Congratulations.
Yes, I'm so thrilled. Patricia has been a member of the Portrait Society since 2017, and she is an emerging artist with a background in business and healthcare. She has taken workshops with Michelle Dunaway, also with me. Oh, I'm so flattered. She's been a part of my Patreon account, which I teach on, and with Atelier Dojo. Got it. Art has always been at her core, which has sustained her, particularly during this period of COVID. Congratulations, Patricia. I'm anxious for you to tell us more about the inspiration behind your self-portrait.
First, I'm so excited. I can barely talk. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Before COVID, everybody kind of went about their business, busy working, find time for art, do that as a major thing. And then COVID struck and our business shut down. My husband's a physician and we shut down couldn't see patients on an outpatient basis. And I decided, okay, now I have no excuse not to pursue my number one passion, which is art. Now I can give it my all. And that's what I did. The whole time we were locked down, I painted, I did as many classes as I could. This painting specifically came about out of just trying to portray a feeling of keeping the faith, keeping your strength in the midst of all that was going on. There's so much confusion, there's so much fear, and at the same time, you have to survive, you have to live. So it's like, okay, you know, keep that smile up, keep your stiff upper lip, you know, and just show up every day, because you don't know which day things are just going to turn around. And that's kind of what I was trying to convey. Put a happy face on a difficult situation.
I think it's fascinating to hear from all of you, and Patricia, particularly with your piece here, the self-reflection that's gone on with us as a society and how artists have expressed that using themselves as the subjects of their pictures. And, you know, obviously there was a period of time when none of us really could have people visit our studios from the outside. And I just think it is fascinating how we continue to want to create, we continue to want to express ourselves. And many of us found that actually turning the mirror around in the studio on our faces and painting has been a way to help us cope with this whole lockdown that we lived through and the challenges we've all faced. Well, I just can't congratulate you enough. And so many people that voted for all of you. And it's really thrilling. And what a wonderful self-portrait.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Patricia, congratulations. I love how you have your eyes just a little bit off center, almost in a very hopeful way. And so I don't know if that's what you were trying to portray or not, but I like that very much about your piece.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, I just want to congratulate you all again. And, you know, this view of self-portrait competition has been so well received by our members and those beyond our membership. And we've had so many votes, and it's just been thrilling to see the number of pieces that were entered and the outpouring of support that each of you received from the community out there. So congratulations again. And also wanted to remind everyone that the funds that have been raised will be used to support the ongoing educational programming of the Portrait Society of America. And I just can't thank everyone enough who entered and also who voted. So thank you for your continued support of the Portrait Society of America. And I can't wait to see all of you, hopefully in person, very soon.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Congratulations.